Hello everybody, so I have another lightsaber to review for you guys. I really hope you guys enjoy these. If you do, I'm definitely gonna do one of my Justicar and my Venom and my brother's Gladius. But for the moment we have one of the semi-newer ones, one of the newer models, kind of-ish, that Saberforge has come out with recently. This is called the Rebel. I'm sure some of you fans that have watched Star Wars Rebels may see that this lightsaber is very, very similar. And yes, this design was based off of Kanan Jarrus, the Jedi from Star Wars Rebels. Now, I apologize if I pronounce his name wrong, but this is his lightsaber. This is the one that was based off of his lightsaber. Like I said, this is made by Saberforge. I recently purchased this. This is actually used, so the previous owner sent this over to me, and so far I'm pretty happy with it. It's very excellent. I like how it feels in my hand. It's a pretty good length, and I'll grab my other lightsaber in a moment so you can see, so you can have it something to compare it to. But let's just start off with the top, and we'll go straight to the bottom like I usually do. So as you can see, this has a shroud right here at the very top, and the very neat thing about the shroud is that Saberforge did is you can actually remove this, more or less how Kanan does in the show, and I just flipped on its side. But as you can see, the ignition button is actually on the bottom. Now I'm not going to turn it on yet. I'll leave that until the very end. But yeah, as you can see, there's a hole right there and one right there, and those two are for the Allen wrench, the retention screws. And I'm actually going to remove this for you so you guys can see. And if you can bear with me for a second, because I'm trying to do this with one hand. Alrighty, I already pre-loosened the other one. So here it is. That's the shroud by itself, and I found it really cool that Saberforge did it like this, because it gets a very nice finish all the way around, all the way inside, and even here on the inside, the actual where the emitter is. So this is where the blade goes in, and you can see the blade right there. But we'll get to that in a moment. But I'm going to continue. I'm just going to sort of slide this back on. It's going to twist and turn. That's okay. So I looked up a couple of pictures on the internet from the actual show, and this looks very similar. It's actually really nicely done, and it has pretty much all the parts that go on the actual saber from the show. This is a 6-watt blue. I'm not sure which blue. I want to say deep blue or medium blue. The previous owner didn't really know which one of those two it was either, but this is a 6-watt, so I will be sending this into Saberforge within the next week or so to try and upgrade this to a 12-watt. Now you can see at the very bottom it has its Covertech knob as normal. Like I said, the ignition button's on the very back. Here's the emitter box that most sabers have. Some do, some don't. It's more personal preference. So you may be asking yourselves, well, does this get in the way when you're spinning it? Usually I grab my top hand up here and my bottom one just like that. So it gets in the way, you can see right there, a little bit. Just a little bit, but it's not enough to really get annoying, especially if you're wearing gloves while spinning these. So that's not a problem at all. Very nice design. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try and zoom in, but you can see there's little patterns all the way down the hilt, and it just goes all the way around, and it really is a fantastic looking hilt. Right here is smooth as opposed to the design that they made here. It's really wonderful looking. Here we go at the very bottom, and like I said, I'm trying to do this with one hand, so if I can't get this off, that's probably okay. Nope, it's not happening. So pretty much this unscrews, it comes off, and I believe this uses 3 AAA batteries on the inside to power it up. And speaking of powering it up, let's go ahead and do that. So normally I would tighten this and then tighten the screw to hold the blade in place, but just for demonstrational purposes, we're going to pop this sucker in there. Let me Okay, so like I said, this was a blue, 6-watt blue. So I don't remember, like I said, if it was the medium or deep blue. You guys can let me know afterwards. There we go. That's what it looks like on. This is actually pretty bright. It's still pretty good. I'd still like a 12 watts, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it. But just as a reference, I'm going to put my Venom right up next to it. This is my Hero Edition Venom, and it has 6-watt blue and 6-watt red. So just so you can see, and the Venom is going to be slightly brighter because I just recently charged this. So if we go ahead and fire this up, as you can see in comparison, they're both about the same brightness. And the blade I'm using for the Rebel at the moment is the Shroud blade, the 32-inch blade. This one has a staff blade, which is a... This one's a 32, I'm sorry, the Shroud should be 28. My apologies on that. But it's about the same brightness. It's both are 6-watt, like I said, but absolutely wonderful saber, the Rebel. I can make a video on this later if anyone is interested. But that's pretty much all I got. This is an excellent saber. I really like it. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the comments section below. If you want more videos, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.